let's take it to our panel. This is one of the real aviation mysteries of our time, guys. And Prime Minister Abbott, former Prime Minister Abbott, makes it very clear that right from the get-go, Malaysian authorities, Leisa, were suggesting that this was a doomed murder-suicide flight. There have been many theories, from lithium batteries in the cargo that were near mangoes, and you know, there's many theories. You know, obviously terrorism, but that seems to be the one that has the most currency.
To hear Tony Abbott give that interview, and I can't imagine being a family member who lost somebody on that flight, and all of these years just wanting some sort of closure. Look, obviously they've had to try and move their life forward, but to try and eventually find some answers and bring some closure for those families, that's what needs to be a priority. And I can't imagine how angry they will feel when they watch this tomorrow night and the next night and hear what Tony Abbott has to say and what the authorities knew or thought they knew, and that they were searching in the wrong area.
Dan Petrie, I was editing the Sunday Mail when this story broke. You know, we had the Burrows family here from Brisbane, and of course, I remember vividly the headline. The headline was "Lost," because at that point, no one knew what had happened. And to this day, no one can be 100% certain, but to hear former Prime Minister Abbott tonight suggesting that the strongest theory is, without question, the murder-suicide, that does seem to be the one that
and obviously the most plausible one too, because this also happened in a period of time where, tragically, in circumstances which were more, you know, in the Russian scenario where it was accidentally shot down by militants, but we also had a situation in Austria, or Germany I should say, where one of the pilots, you know, was a screening for his mental health was missed. He actually took that plane down, which more or less, for people theorising what happened to MH370, that certainly gave that a lot of, a lot more plausibility. And that's really effectively what Tony Abbott's really just basically getting that briefing he would have got from the highest levels of the Malaysian government certainly does add currency to that. To that theory, but again, you know, the idea of being able to go to explore and find out just possibly where it could have gone down should certainly be encouraged at all levels.
Let's have a look at the Tizer, the Daily Telly. Of course, they both have the front page there. MH370, The Untold Story, a groundbreaking new documentary investigates the greatest aviation mystery of all time, and of course it starts tomorrow night on Sky News, and Peter Stefanovic, obviously one of the best in the business, has pulled that together with a great team, including executive producer Mark Calvert and co. So, look, I implore everyone to have a look at this. This is first-class television, there's no doubt at all.
And Gleeson, I just want to interrupt. A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, was a producer on the program, and I know how much work that has gone into investigating everything that will come out over the next 2 nights. So,
Great.
You know, it will be absolutely riveting.
There was the MH370 widow that also got married in the week.
Yes, Danica Weeks, yeah.
So that was
a nice
something
story.
nice, but again, rather tragic the circumstances, but still.